Hi, everybody. This is the Lucky TJ at Living Metaphysically. And wow, what a wonderful day this has been. It's always a really good day, particularly when I get a chance to center and just be in the moment during my day for a huge portion of the day, making lots of connections during the day. So, what do you want, in your life? So my channel, essentially, welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. The reason it's called Living Metaphysically is because basically that's how I live. I do live understanding that, the five senses and what we think about the world is not all there is. And the focus of the channel also has been a lot about the financial aspect of me, transforming my life from where I came from with it, which is, not a lot of money and lack ideas and limits and all that, to the prosperity and abundance that I'm living with now, and living in and growing and learning. First of all, learning more about what's in the way that's kept me from being able to be more prosperous. I've always had a certain amount of money, good job. I will be retiring from my job. I'm not sure if I'm going to hang on for the rest of 2019 or go into 2020. I'm not really sure. It depends. I'm not really sure. I've got to really meditate on it. I haven't made a clear decision. But my point is that this channel is turning into more of where I get to share my financial education, and how I'm learning more about like what to do to actually have what I want as far as online businesses go. I started off, and I'm still doing crypto, so you all know that if you've been following me for a little while. But now it's not only that I'm doing crypto. It isn't really only about crypto. It's really about like what can I do to make myself be on the path to make a certain amount of money per month. That's what I'm really up to. So I have that question for you too, because if you're here and or if you've been following me, like there may be a couple of things you and I have in common. It may be that you're looking for a way to be able to generate some kind of additional income for whatever reason. So my reasons are because when first of all, time freedom, which is why I came up with this, why I wanted to share this article. And second of all, like I want to have plenty of money to have time freedom, but plenty of money to do everything I want to do with my time being free. So I had wanted to share this article that I got in an email because I've been on Robert Kiyosaki's email list, and he's a marketer, obviously. He's a very well-known author, entrepreneur. If you don't know who he is, you can look him up. But he wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I read that years ago. And, recently, because the marketing team that I'm on has been focusing on the principles of the wealthy, and Robert Kiyosaki and his wife have made it their business to be in a successful business and also help other people to learn more about how to be successful and what to pay attention to in business, so that why employees, when you're an employee, you're never going to be rich. You're never going to be wealthy. And some people get scared when they hear the words rich and wealthy, but that's going to be something an individual has to take themselves on about and ask themselves, okay, well, what do I really want in life? And if you are scared to think that you want to be rich or you want to be wealthy, you need to understand like why. Why not? I've heard people say, well, I don't want to be rich, I just want to have enough. Well, why not? Why not? It isn't anything inherently bad about being rich. It's only what you tell yourself, only what I tell myself. And so, anyway, I was going to talk about, like I said, I love this article because, and there's an article past this email because there was a link, so I'm going to share it. But he's saying a rich employee is still an employee. Here inside the United States, we're in day 17. Well, actually, this was a couple days ago. So now we're in probably day 22 or 23 of the government shutdown. Based on what I'm reading, there isn't a resolution coming soon. So I personally know some people who are affected by the government shutdown, but I don't know what they're doing for backup money. So I don't know. For those not following this story, our government has been shut down since December 21st of last year. Every year, Congress decides on the budget for each agency in our government. Most government agencies have had funding in place since October the 1st. However, some agencies have been operating on a series of temporary extensions, which expired on December the 21st. Agencies that didn't receive funding have been shut down. The sad thing is nearly 14% of employees that are affected make less than $50,000 per year. With a true sense of dedication coursing through their veins, some of the employees continue to show up for duty. I was reading an article today about, and I didn't really understand what the post was about. I was reading on Facebook, but something that explains about how people who are working for the Coast Guard get issued some sort of credit card that's attached to their own credit. So I don't know if that's true or not, because when I read something, I automatically know that it may or may not be true. Just because I read it on the internet doesn't mean that it's true. But if that is the case, that sounds pretty sad, because like when whatever amount of money that they're allowed to have, if they go over, they have to pay for it out of their pocket. So there's a lot of risk involved. It could damage their credit because they don't have a job to pay the bill when it comes in. So what's going to happen? So I really don't know what's going to happen with these people. But anyway, Robert Kiyosaki is saying that the people who are showing up for duty, even though they're not really getting paid, especially the ones that are making such a low amount of money, $50,000 per year, God bless them. And for those employees that are enjoying their extended holiday vacation, don't worry, I'm not going to make you feel guilty. After all, I'm not a fan of being an employee in either public or private sector. So if you're familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, you know that he has what is called the cash flow quadrant, and he thinks that people who are in the employee quadrants are never going to be able to have the amount of money to be able to do what they want to do in their lives. That you have to be in the other investor quadrant or business owner quadrant. So you're gonna have to look up his it's so much information about Robert Kiyosaki. You can look at his videos, read his books, etc. So if you're like middle class Americans who live paycheck to paycheck, you're gonna eventually. Oh no! Wait a minute. It's saying I skipped a line. But since you're not making money at your government job, what are your plans to make money? And you know what? In general, that's a good question. No matter what, like that's what I ask myself. What are my plans to make money, particularly when I retire? What are my plans? I've got plans. He's saying if you're like most middle class Americans who live paycheck to paycheck, you're eventually going to run out of money. And like everyone else who's slaving away in a rat race, you probably have bills to pay, like your mortgage, utilities, holiday shopping bills. The whole situation reminds me of a conversation I once had with my rich dad. Even if you make good money as a government employee, you might be rich, but you're not wealthy. So the thing I said earlier about if you're an employee, you're not going to be rich, I really meant that you'll never be, that you're not wealthy. And here's the reason why. There was a link in the article, and he talks about right here, what's the difference between being rich and being wealthy. And I love this article. So it was an older article, but it talks about why wealth is measured in time, not dollars. Like this resonated with me a lot because that is the difference between people who are wealthy. And here's what it says. This is so awesome. How much money? Listen to this question. How much money would it take for you to feel rich? Investment firm Charles Schwab recently asked 1,000 Americans that very question. The answer, 2.4 million. So how did they know that? I don't know. There some interesting, maybe they missed, there's some, I don't know why this is written like this, that maybe there were some interesting findings in the survey about what being wealthy meant for people. So here's one. Spending time with family. 62% of the people said spending time with their family. 55% of the people said having time to myself. 49% said owning a home. 41% said eating out or having meals delivered. 33% said subscription services like movie TV and music streaming and other things that make people feel wealthy in their daily lives includes owning the latest tech gadgets. 27% said that. Having a gym membership or personal trainer. 17% said that. And using a home cleaning service. 12% said that. Almost half of those surveyed felt that saving money and investing was the way to achieve their definition of wealth. Does money make you rich? Kiyosaki saying, when I was a young boy, my rich dad told me about the difference between the rich and the wealthy. Many people think that being rich and wealthy are the same thing. I kind of used to think that until I got straightened out. Said Rich Dad. But there's a difference between the two. The rich have lots of money, but the wealthy don't worry about money. What Rich Dad meant was that while the rich might have lots of money, they also might have lots of expenses that kept them up all night, or they might have a high-paying job, but they have to get up to work every day and have fear of getting fired or laid off. So that's an employee. The wealthy, on the other hand, don't have these worries. Why? What's the difference? This is why I find interesting what the people surveyed by Charles Schwab consider being rich, with the exception of the first two, which were spending time with my family and having time to myself. Which had to do with more free time. They were all around liabilities like eating out, subscription services, and gadgets. So he also is real big about being clear about what are liabilities and what aren't. So like if you're really interested in finding out more about Robert Kiyosaki, most definitely, check him out. And he's saying that these liabilities that people think are part of being rich and wealthy, these are signals that most people do not understand what it means to be truly wealthy. In fact, most people are confusing wealthy with being rich. That is, having lots of money to spend, but no financial independence. So yay! That's a clear distinction, and that's an important distinction. Financial independence, what does that mean? The definition of wealth. The definition of wealth is the number of days you can survive without physically working, or anyone in your household physically working, and still maintain your standard of living. It's that simple. It's not about what you can buy. It's about your ability to sustain your existence without working. For example, if your monthly expenses are $5,000 and you have $20,000 in savings, your wealth is approximately 4 months or 120 days. But if your expenses are $5,000 and you have investments that provide $5,000 a month, you are definitely wealthy. So that's pretty easy to understand, because investments mean that you're getting paid on not trading your time for money, because your investments are making money off of your money. So that's another big thing that he talks about, is having your money work for you. Wealth is measured in time, not dollars. I think this is like the most prolific statement, like it's really, that makes the biggest difference, like in my life, when I understand truly that it is my time that's the most precious, particularly as I've gotten older and I start to appreciate my time more and appreciate my life more. Like when I was younger, I wasn't really thinking about my time or my life because I was in my 20s. I was just like burning up time, burning up my life. Didn't really have any goals. Didn't know anything about wealth. I did not come from a wealthy family. Just plain old people who work, not very educated, just like going to work every day, being survivors. Nothing about like not, some of the people in my family, I don't even know if they make or made 50,000. Maybe they did. But I do know that the plan to be rich, to be able to invest, to be able to have investments that pay residual income, compounding money, all those principles, nobody in my family knew about it that I know of, and nobody taught me anything about it. The difference between being rich and being wealthy. In 1989, Kim is Robert's wife, became millionaires, but we weren't financially free until 1994. This is because there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. By 1989, our business was making us a lot of money. We were earning more and working less. We had what most people consider financial success. Though we were rich, we still were not wealthy. Much of our time was spent working to build our business and its systems. Our goal, systems, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Our goal was to build the business to the point that it would cover all our expenses from cash flow each month without us working. Additionally, we were invested in other assets like real estates and commodities to add to our cash flow. By 1994, the passive income from our business and assets was greater than our expenses. At that point, we were wealthy. Boom. Okay, so that so let's see. There's not that much more. Whoops. Okay, so speaking of systems, here's something I want to point out to you if you didn't know. When you are online, you are constantly being exposed to lots of systems. Making money online is about understanding how to make money, and how other people make money is because there's a system. So, for example, the system that Robert Kiyosaki just used, that we just are in right now, to some degree we're in it, is that he sent me an email because I'm on his email list, which led me to, what I put in Notepad was a copy of that email because I just didn't want to, have it directly from out of my email because I need to protect my email address. So I copied it into Notepad, which had a link in it that sent me to this particular article. Now that the article is here, Kiyosaki is going to give us a free little book or something downloadable that's something like a book. Either it's going to be some pages, perhaps it's a small book, it looks like a book, it's probably not too big of a book, but the thing is, this is part of a system. So if you don't see that what's going on here is that when I click this button that says download now, it's going to go to where I would enter an email because he's going to capture my email address, even though he has it already. So I'll be able to get something for free, and he'll be able to communicate with me in order to keep in touch and also possibly sell me more things, which is fine. But what I want you to recognize is that if you want to be successful online, you're going to have some sort of system that does pretty much kind of the same things. And that's how come I'm talking to you about it, because if you don't know that's how a lot of people are doing it, then you may think, I'm not sure what you'll be thinking. So questions to you are you aware of that, of the systems that people are using, and are you interested in becoming involved with a group of people who can teach you and give you a system to be able to generate some money? So, let's test what happens here. My internet is so slow. I don't understand what's going on with it, but all right. So, since it's saying this and acting all crazy, I wanted to see the rest of this article, but my browser's acting crazy. I don't know why. I think maybe because it does have some sort of infection. I just scanned my computer, but it actually it scanned okay, but before then, before I made the video, it came up saying some stuff about a virus. So I'm gonna have to double scan it again and do a more thorough cleaning. But anyway, back where we were, if I could get this sucker to close. So right here that said at that point we were not we were wealthy, not just rich. It's not what you make. As Charles Schwab mentioned, survey mentioned, most people think that achieving wealth means saving and investing. And while that is a way to get richer, it's only one part of the equation to becoming wealthy. Ultimately, it's not how much money you make that matters, but how much money you keep and how long that money works for you. So the principles of the wealthy have something to do with having money and having money that works for you. Every day I meet many people who make a lot of money, damn it, but all their money goes out of their expense column. Every time they make a little more money, they go shopping. They often buy a bigger house or a new car, which results in long-term debt and more hard work. Nothing is left to go into the asset column. It's this kind of behavior that separates the rich from the wealthy. I like fine things in life just like everyone else. The difference is that I don't have to work to purchase them or go into deep debt. Rather, I spend the time necessary to work smart, to be smart with my money, work hard, and build a business and investments that provide enough cash flow each month to cover my expenses, including my fun liabilities like cars and houses. Robert's saying, I don't work for my money, it works for me. Lots of people can become rich, but only financially intelligent people can become wealthy. And that takes a strong financial education that allows you to build cash flowing businesses and assets. The rest is just playing at wealth and a lot of worry. Want to be wealthy? Learn how by joining our free financial education community here. So with Robert Kiyosaki, a well-known wealthy person and teaching stuff, that's one way that you can be successful is partnering up with him. But I'm here to also share with you, obviously, that the way that I'm doing it is with, as you probably know from my other videos, if you haven't seen them, I am in partnership with Unify, which is a financial education company that provides financial education, also trading signals for crypto, and also forex trading system signals. And you can find out more about that in some of my other videos. But the real kick to this that I'm doing has to do with building Unify to where not only can I have money, like the money that I use, I can compound that money. I can use the investment portion of what Kiyosaki was saying. I can compound that. And also, I can make residual income by sharing the opportunity. And that money helps me to not have to spend more money from the outside. I can use that money to trade with, and also I can continue this flow of building wealth. So the marketing team that we also have a marketing team and a marketing system very similar to what everybody else has, meaning this in the structures, email, funnel, and being able to know how to keep the marketing going, ads, because this is basically advertising. So being taught this way of engaging on the internet is something really powerful, and it's been really beneficial for me. Like, I have learned so much by being on the team that I'm in, and it's just mind-blowing the amount of training and resources that I'm getting that I don't even have to create myself. Like I don't have to think of like how do I use ClickFunnels and then make a funnel myself, and how am I going to use Aweber to like send out my own emails. I don't have to worry about like how am I going to get the best ad copy, or how am I going to make, like I'm going to make my own videos, but other marketing materials and videos are being given to us as well. So a whole lot is being given to me because of the group that I'm with. We're using Unify as a platform, so it's really really solid. So the reason why it's exciting is because it's completely different than anything I've ever done before. I've never been involved in any business and where I did some sort of network marketing business or some sort of online business. I had never had anything that taught me exactly how to build it, and had the leadership, the organization. Like I was just gonna say, I was just checking in on my Facebook. So we communicate a lot by Facebook. That my new ads are my ad funnel is ready. So we're gonna have a meeting tomorrow, a webinar tomorrow. So we're gonna find out exactly how the copy, everything about running the ads. It's exciting. It's exciting to have a way to make this happen. I was always wondering how in the hell, how in the heck were people doing it, and how was I going to be able to do it? So I'm saying, so what I mean is that, okay, there's a lot of people who already know, like, that one of the easiest, not easiest, one of the most popular ways of making money is via network marketing. And I love network marketing. It's an opportunity that the average person can make a substantial residual income. So you have to have some things in place. It has to be, number one, it has to be an amazing product. So with Unify, we have an amazing product. I've been in Unify since it started, since before when it was in pre-launch. It's been consistently great and only getting better. It's like no loopholes, no weirdness. Aside from that, it's like I said, it's just getting better. They are communicating. I made so many mistakes last year. I made and lost so much money with bullshit platforms, ICOs jumping on board with crypto, all kinds of stuff. And I still like other opportunities, but I know that the number one opportunity in my life right now is this right here, hands down. There's nothing else that's going to touch this. And the only reason why is because nobody else is teaching me how to build my business the way that I'm learning how to build it right now. And that's what I'm offering to you. That if you're interested in generating, I don't know how much money do you even know? Do you have a goal, like how much money per month you want to make? And how are you going to get there? So a lot of people may know already, like, okay, well, I'm really, I'm following, there's other people who are making money online. I'm not saying that they're not. There are some people who are trading with other platforms. There are many people who have lots of other stuff going on. There's all kinds of crypto opportunities. There's mining. There's some great leadership out there. People who have funnels, who have other things. But I haven't seen anything that had the robustness of this that we're doing at all. And if I could only have you be privy to everything that we're doing, it would really probably blow your mind away, like poof. So it kind of blows my mind. It's kind of neat, but I believe in the law of attraction. That's another thing about the people that I'm with. We all believe in the law of attraction, and also about we're also having another component about, like, how to have your mindset, how to attract, what you want. and how it's just like there's so many levels and layers of how to be successful that's being taught. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, peak condition. So another level of what we're doing is like being in peak condition, like watching, like paying attention to things, and I love that because I'm already like that. I'm already into keeping my body fit, exercising, eating the right types of foods and drinks, staying away from certain other things that don't give me energy or pull my energy down. So let's see. I know I've been going on for a little while, but I had a lot to share with you. So what I want to do right now is talk to you essentially, basically about Unify, because I want you to. I just want you to see that Unify, you can. I'm going to leave my link in the description. So, as with everything else, if you like this video, which I hope you do, because I know that there's someone out here, many people who are out here who are looking for a way. It's a brand new year. There's, this is a solid way, solid group of people. I'm here to be your to assist you in learning. You can come right on this page and you can find out more about our products, which is the universal signals. First of all, Unify can help you to trade like the institutions do, because we have universal signals and we have advanced signals. Everything is supported in the Telegram groups, so you can ask all the questions you want. Prosperity U can teach you how to navigate the Forex market, teach you about cryptocurrency, teach you about Bitcoin trading, wallets, etc. You can be an expert in the crypto space. There are no guarantees about you becoming an expert, but everything is offered to you to be able to learn. So advanced signals, altcoin reporting, so that you can get in on some altcoins that are promising. And then there's also the affiliate component. So if you want to make money with that.
When I was a boy,
I'm not going to actually play this video because I played it in another video, but I'm going to leave my link and invite you to join me. And I'd like you to just be open enough that if you want me to talk to you some more about, or if you'd like to get a little taste of what we're doing, we have a Facebook group that I can put you in so you can see what other people are doing. You can see the results that people are having from their trading. You can see what we're doing with the marketing. You can see what other people are doing and be just a part of it, because this is what the group is about. It's about sharing what we're doing with other people. So you can go ahead and I'll put my email in the description and you can let me know. You can comment to me, write to me, whatever. So this is going to be a fantastic year for you, I'm sure. Particularly, that's at least what I'm hoping. I know it's gonna be. I know it's already a fantastic year for me. I don't have to hope about that. It's already incredible, and I'm looking forward to working with more people. I have some people on my team now, and it's been a lot of fun. Supporting them and helping them, and it's just getting better. And so I'm really happy. I'm happy that yay, there's just like a big difference between last year and this year. So if you are ready for a big change in your life, then come on and check out what we're doing. All right. With that, my motto: question everything Ask yourself enough questions so you can find out what's in the way of you having what you want. All right, then. Peace out.